Hey, what's up everybody? We are back with our series of best neighborhoods in Colorado Springs. Today we're talking about Pine Creek. Let's get started. Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Mark with My Front Range Living, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. I'm a full-time real estate agent here in Colorado Springs, and it occurred to me, now that we've done so many videos about neighborhoods in Colorado Springs, that I have a tendency to start every single video the exact same way. So here's the deal. Today, we're talking about Pine Creek. So if you're looking at some of the great neighborhoods here in Colorado Springs, Pine Creek, that's what we're doing. So if you're living in Colorado Springs, you probably already know quite a bit about Pine Creek. If you're moving to Colorado Springs, here's some great information about Pine Creek you might find useful. Hold tight, we'll talk relocation guide later. So Pine Creek used to be the northernmost neighborhood that we had here in Colorado Springs. It was on the far north end, and obviously building has continued since then, but Pine Creek is really known here in Colorado Springs as being the OG master plan community. Since Pine Creek has come around, we've got Banning Lewis, and we've talked about all these. Banning Lewis, Cordera, Flying Horse, Wolf Ranch, these master plan communities all came about because Pine Creek had so much success. So Pine Creek is truly one of the original master plan communities that we had here in Colorado Springs. So think the parks. So land was set aside specifically for parks in Pine Creek. Land was set aside specifically for walking paths and trails and things like that. So lots of open space, lots of parks, planned parks within communities, and lots of walking trails. So when you think master plan communities, Pine Creek should definitely be on your list. So another great part about Pine Creek is the fact that there's a golf course right in the center of it. Now, interestingly enough, you do not have to live in Pine Creek to have access to the golf course. It's a public golf course. It just happens to be situated inside the community. So if you want to go play Pine Creek Golf Course and check out some of the houses, feel free to do so. It's open to the public. So Pine Creek is a huge association. It is all one association. So if you are looking for a home that is not in a homeowners association, you can hit the pause button and go find one of our other videos right now, because this isn't for you. Pine Creek is a homeowners association. What's really unique about Pine Creek is the fact that while it is a homeowners association, there are several sub-associations within it, meaning there are communities that have their own standards within Pine Creek. And they're individual and so on and so forth. So they're their own communities and they have their own rules, and then you go to another community and they have a different set of rules, but they're under the umbrella of the Master Association of Pine Creek. So if you're looking for something along the lines of a little more stringent association, Pine Creek could be a great opportunity for you. And we'll talk about some of those communities here in just a second. So Pine Creek is right in the middle of District 20, School District 20, Academy School District 20. And as you can imagine, if you are going to high school and you live in Pine Creek, you're going to, good guess, Pine Creek High School. So Pine Creek is right in the middle of Academy School District 20, something to keep in mind. One thing that drew a lot of people to Pine Creek was the opportunity for restaurants, entertainment, things like that. You're minutes away, like literally minutes away from the shops at Briargate, which is right off of Interstate 25. So the shops at Briargate have some of the higher end boutiques here in Colorado Springs. And Pine Creek is also convenient to restaurants, just entertainment in general. It's a great spot for that. So that's been really attractive to several people about Pine Creek as well. So we talked earlier about if you like associations or you're a little bit more stringent, something like that. Here's what's really unique about Pine Creek and what really started the whole master plan thing. It's not just single family homes. It's patio homes. So there's patio homes, there's single family homes. There's a lot of different opportunities within Pine Creek for different styles of housing. Whereas before, neighborhoods prior to Pine Creek, it was single family and that was that. So there are single family homes out there, as well as larger lots for those single families, and again, those patio homes as well. So when we're talking about price points at Pine Creek, it's really safe to say that you need to plan on spending at least $500,000 on a house. And the reason that is because there's a wide range, like we were talking about earlier, there's a wide range of homes in Pine Creek. So you can get the standard house in Pine Creek, that doesn't have another association with it, or you can get a custom built house on a far larger lot, and you can push the $900,000 mark, or you could get a patio home. And the patio homes have a tendency to be all over the place as well. Some of the patio homes in Pine Creek push $750. Some of them you can get for about $6. So overall, a pretty wide price point out there, but a lot of options in Pine Creek as well. And again, the overall community feel of Pine Creek is super, super desirable for a lot of people. So if you want to feel connected and you want that North End lifestyle and you want parks nearby, walking trails, things like that, Pine Creek could be a great option for you. So, we talked at the beginning of the video about a relocation guide. Hey, if you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs and you just want some more information, check out our video description below and you're going to have the opportunity to download a relocation guide. That's yours. That's free. That's just for you to find out a little bit more about Colorado Springs and helping you make a good transition here. So as always, it would mean the world to us if you gave us a thumbs up on today's video, and it would mean even more if you would go below, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to our channel. We're putting out content every single week and helping you make a smooth transition and making Colorado Springs feel like home to you. As always, we hope you found value in today's content. I am Mark with My Front Range Living, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.